Answer me this. How often have you created the perfect study schedule, but when it came time to implement your plan, you were never able to stick to it? Like you, I've grown tired of always falling short of my goals and having to throw away yet another study schedule that I will never use. So I decided to try something a little bit different. In today's video, I will be showing you exactly how to create and consistently use what I like to call a study GPS by answering 5 key questions. What exactly is a study GPS? A GPS is a planning and tracking tool that allows you to monitor your progress and minimize the amount of brain power you will need to structure your study sessions. Because it is a visual roadmap that you can rely on to guide you, this will free up your mind to enter the flow state, something I spoke about in the video linked in the description box, and also facilitate consistency when preparing for your exams by making it extremely easy to pick up where you left off. What makes the study GPS so special? Minimalism, flexibility, flow, and visibility. You don't need to be a skilled artist or spend a lot of money on fancy washi tape and planners to make a GPS. A simple notebook, a pen, and maybe one highlighter will do the job. Unlike many study schedules, this one does not have strict time frames and allows you to actually change up the order of the items without having to completely redo your initial plan. Because it has everything in one place, you don't have to move back and forth from page to page, date to date, to get a clear sense of flow and be able to see how all your study sessions are actually connected. And finally, the study GPS is the perfect way of seeing how far you've come and how much you have left to do. It can also make you more confident in your understanding of the material, especially when you write down all the results you got in your practice tests. How can I create my own study GPS? What I love about this tool is that it requires minimal effort to actually make. At first glance, it kinda looks like your standard to-do list, but I assure you that it is much more powerful. This is, in fact, the result of decomposing your big tasks, like reading textbooks, into smaller, more actionable activities. You can make your own GPS by, number 1, knowing yourself and having a good understanding of what study flow works best for you. My advice is to think funnel and try to eliminate as much material as you can along the way. If you're curious to know, my personal study flow is always diagnostic test, chapter notes, active reading, study guides, active reading, and to finish off, practice tests. A lot of them. Number 2, remember the PMO of expected activity durations. You need to accept that when estimating how long a task will take you, there is always a pessimistic, most likely, an optimistic value. When you make your GPS, keep in mind that your optimistic plan of, reading chapter 1 in like 1 hour runs the risk of taking you 3 hours or most likely 2. And finally, number 3, stand by your plan by being flexible. Instead of starting from scratch, if you find yourself not respecting the original order of your tasks, be flexible and ping pong between the tasks as you see fit instead of restarting every time and getting discouraged quickly. How does one use a study GPS? Simple, as you would use a map. The GPS has the power to become an effective cue to tell your brain it's study time. Put it on top of your exam material and textbooks, as it should be the first thing you open when you sit down to begin every single study session up until your actual test. Look at what you have to do, estimate how long you have in the present moment to dedicate to studying, and pick the activity that you believe will fit in that time frame. Once the task is completed, make sure you refer back to your GPS and check it off before moving to the next item. If you know for sure you will have some free time, let's say Thursday, to do a big task, you can already save the lengthy or complex items for that date. Why should I give the study GPS a try? Procrastination is one of the biggest problems students encounter when trying to study. However, there's more to procrastination than you think. I would know, I did an entire video on it. But in a nutshell, to quote Mel Robbins, procrastination is actually a stress reliever. It is a way of relaxing when we feel mentally drained. And guess what causes cognitive depletion? Having to make a ton of mini decisions before actually doing the work you should be doing. Okay, how many pages do you have to read? What are you going to do next when you finish your textbook? No wonder you get easily distracted or sleepy when you study. You just fried your brain before the race even began. One of the main reasons why the study GPS works is that it reduces the amount of energy your brain would need to figure out what and how to do things every single time you have to study. It takes care of as many decisions and choices as possible so that you are free to use that mental energy to study. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more study-related videos, please make sure to double tap that like button and subscribe to me so you don't miss all of the goodies that are coming your way. Bye guys!